And now it's time for a Poom Print pause.
Hello, and thank you for your recent order. I'm going to answer a few questions that we get very often here with Poom Prints. First of all, I'm going to answer the question regarding where your package might be. When I do send out labels, I choose first class shipping unless you personally choose otherwise. What that means is it's going to be a basic stamped envelope, much like this. This would replace the stamp, your address here, and our return address here. Of course, I just used one that I recently printed out and just covered it up with a generic address. There's actually no UPS branded tracking number here, you'll notice. Instead, Etsy provides just a generic tracking number for you as a courtesy. It's not a guarantee that it's going to be scanned at every stop, and it's not a guarantee as far as the exact delivery date. A lot of times when I do ship these out, these are labeled as delivered when actually it's only been delivered to your local post office instead of your own mailbox. When you do see that it is delivered, I would request giving it another day or so for it to go from your local post office to your own mailbox. Inside of your envelope, when you open it, you'll notice that you will have an instruction sheet on it with a QR code on the bottom of it. Second question that we get a lot is, why is my decal A not sticking or B not coming off? This instruction sheet should be read before you apply your decals, just to make sure that you have a successful transfer of decal to your hard surface. I'm also going to show you some tricks that I've learned. This is a decal that I have had created within the past week and just use it as an example here. The first thing that I would recommend you do when you initially get your decal is take like a debit card, credit card, and I just kind of scrape it along the back just to make sure that it is adhering to this transfer tape. Now, the first question that I do get is, hey, I cannot get the decal off of the white backing. So here's what I do. First of all, of course, we want to go ahead and take a corner up so that the white backing and the transfer sheet separate. Sometimes that can be challenging even for me. So if it doesn't work on that corner, I'll just choose a different corner. There we go. So now I've got, as you see, the transfer tape and the white backing separated. A lot of times it'll just come right off like this. But there are times where perhaps it'll stick to the white backing. When that does happen, what I would recommend is very slowly folding down your backing while pressing down so that you can see just a little bit of your decal right there. Now, if it's sticking to the white backing, what you can do is take that same device, credit card, squeegee, whatever you have, and then push it down this way. Hold it down towards the transfer sheet, and then just slowly pull it back. Do not pull straight up like this, because that will probably cause the tension to follow your white backing. You want to make sure that when you're pulling it off, you're pulling it parallel to your table or flat surface, like so. And now you just have the transfer sheet and the decal. I'm also sometimes asked the same question in regards to pulling the transfer bit off. So here I have my computer cover. I like frogs, in case you haven't noticed. What I am going to do is put the decal, actually I should flip it around, because on this particular vinyl, it's silver on one side and rainbow on the other. I want to be able to see the rainbow. So I'm going to put my little froggy right here. And of course, I'm using my little squeegee to push him down a little bit further. And now I'm going to take the transfer sheet and I'm going to use my tools. Actually, I have a little weeding tool here. You can use whatever you want to pull that transfer sheet up. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull it parallel to the surface that I'm putting my frog on. You notice I'm not pulling it up like this. I'm doing this. That way, the tension remains on the surface that I'm putting the frog on versus pulling it up and causing the tension to be on the transfer tape. And again, if for some reason the frog comes up, or if there's a little bitty sensitive tiny piece, like say this one didn't stick, again, I would take my card or whatever smooth surface you have in your hand and just push it down like this, and then remove the transfer sheet. Push it down like this and remove the transfer sheet a little bit. And just keep doing this until the whole object or decal is on your chosen surface, whether it be your vehicle, whether it be your computer case, whatever it is. Now, I'm going to go ahead and peel them off. I got a little ear interference right there, but I'm just going to let it go. There was a little bit of dirt on my surface. I did not clean it off first. That was my bad. Make sure, again, that you read the instructions unlike I just did. And there are some tricks on how to get your decal both off of the white transfer paper, or the white paper backing, and the transfer tape. Thank you, and have a great day.